Hey guys, got some more LEDs for you. Now a while back I did a video on a 20-inch Cree light bar that I put on the front of my Tahoe. It's been a great light bar, there's nothing wrong with it, I really like it. It's just a little too small for the bumper on the front of my truck. So I found this 32-inch Auxbeam light bar on Amazon. This uses 3-watt Phillips chips, 180 watt total light bar. And this thing is going to fit a lot better in that front bumper on my Tahoe. It's going to look better. Hopefully give me a lot of light too. So I went ahead and picked this up. We're going to try it out, see how I like it. And then I'm going to mount that on the front of my truck. Just fill in that gap a little bit better. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the Cree light bar I have, but this will do a better job and I think it'll look a little nicer on there. Now in the past I've heard you don't even want to touch a light bar unless it has Cree LEDs in it. And you know, they're the best of the best, all that good stuff. And I don't know, maybe that's true, maybe it's not, I don't know. I have several Cree light bars, been very happy with them. But lately I've been experimenting with these Phillips LEDs, and I've been really happy with those too. So this light bar uses 3-watt Phillips LEDs, like I said, so it's a 180 watt total light bar. Now I've only tested out a couple Phillips light bars. The spot beams by Auxbeam, those things are amazing. The ones with the 5-watt LEDs in them, those things are very impressive. I tried out a 50-incher with the 3-watt LEDs in it, with the fisheye lenses. That was a really good light bar as well. This is the first of this kind that uses the regular style reflectors with the 3-watt LEDs. We're going to try this out, see how it works. Now here's something I've never done in my videos before, is show you how it comes packaged. Because personally I don't really care. All this crap, I'm going to throw it away. So I've never really cared, but apparently I've seen other people's videos. Apparently people get really excited about how they're packaged. Ooh, look at that foam. I'm going to throw that away. But, I mean, if it gets damaged on the way here, it's going to get returned. But other than that, why do you really care about the packaging so much? I've even seen videos where people just pull these out of the box, show it to you, never even power them up, and there's your light bar review. Have a good day, folks. And I kind of do things differently, but let me know in the comments, does anybody care about how the light bars are packaged? If so, maybe I'll add this to my light bar videos. Otherwise, I don't really see any reason to show you guys what the box looks like. That seems kind of silly. Alright, let's take a closer look. Now, like I said, this is a 32-inch, 180 watt combination spot beam, flood beam light bar. Just like the other Auxbeam light bars I looked at, it looks like a really well-made quality light. You can see your different reflectors down at this end for your flood beam. I don't know if I can focus in on those Phillips LEDs. You can see the difference. I don't know if you can see it very well. Another feature I like, just like the other Auxbeam light bar I looked at, it's got this exhaust port on the side. When this light bar heats up in the cold temperature, it gives that pressure a place to go so you don't get all kinds of condensation behind your light bar. Seems to work well. Seems like a good idea. The mounting hardware is pretty standard. Pretty much the same kind of hardware you're going to find on most of these light bars. You can either mount it that way or that way, whichever works best for you. Pretty standard setup there. Now, like I said before, there's nothing wrong with this Cree light bar. It does a really good job, been really happy with it. But I figure if a 20-incher is good, 32's got to be better. Alright, so just so we'll have something to compare it to, I've got a 32-inch curved Cree light bar in the front of Old Red here. So we're going to compare it to that. You see they are the same length light bars. Just this is a curved and this is a straight. This has got the Cree and this has got the Phillips. So we'll see if the Cree really is the best of the best or if those Phillips LEDs can give them a run for the money. Alright, it's dark out. There's my feeble little headlights. We are 65 yards away from the tree line, just like always. And here's the Auxbeam light bar with the Phillips LEDs in it. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty bright. Alright, let's go ahead and flip on the Cree. And there's just the Cree, Phillips, and shut the Cree off. And there is the Auxbeam with the Phillips. I gotta be honest, I really can't tell any difference. If anything, the Phillips almost looks a little bit brighter. Back on with the Cree. That is just the Cree. And there's the Phillips. Now the Cree is a curved bar, so it gives you a little bit more of a spread, and this Phillips straight bar gives you a little bit more of a spot, which is probably why we get a little bright spot right there in the center on this Phillips bar that we don't have with the Cree. But they actually seem to spread out about the same amount, so that's pretty impressive. Now back when I first started making light bar reviews, I found out right away that the video camera just doesn't do it justice. It just doesn't pick up enough light, and it doesn't really show you what I can see. I also found out that taking a snapshot with the same camera picks up a lot more light and actually shows you pretty much the same thing I see. So here's a snapshot of both the Cree and the Philips. Now when I started this test, I actually expected the Cree to be a lot wider beam because it's a curved light bar, and I expected the Philips to be narrower because it's a straight light bar. But if you watch when the pictures change, it's actually just the opposite. Alright, let's see how this thing will reach out. Now, a little red barn there is about 100 yards away. You can see it not only lights that up really well, but it also lights up the whole field in between here and there. Alright, let's flip on the Cree. And that is just the Cree. And shut the Cree off. And there's the Auxbeam back on again. Now, like I said, I don't really see that much of a difference. Now, I don't have any way to actually measure lumens, but as far as my eyeballs can tell, this Philips light bar is every bit as bright as the Cree light bar. So I guess the myth that Cree is the brightest and best there is busted as far as I'm concerned. Now I just got to get it mounted up on the front of the Tahoe. I think I'm going to be really happy with it. Looks like a really good light bar. And as always, I'll put a link to where I got it on Amazon in the description below. Thanks for watching.